Oh, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're doing really well. It's time for a beer review, and it's a stout time. Let's do a stout. Last stout video I did was probably the Mulligans versus Dorothy Black. I think that was probably the last stout video that I put out, a nice little comparison video. So I was in Tesco's today, and the Tesco's that's near me isn't particularly big. So I wasn't expecting there to be a load of their new releases, and I was absolutely right. There wasn't many, but this was in there. The Vault City Toffee Nut Latte, coming in at 11% ABV in a 330ml can. I think it was pricey. I think it was $5.50, but I did buy 4, so you get the cheapest one free out of the 4. So 4 for 3, the cheapest one you get free. But that wouldn't have been the cheapest, but it would have reduced the price a little bit. Now, I have issues with Vault City. One, I think their beers are ridiculously overpriced, and I don't think they're as good as they used to be. I think they kind of slid a little bit, not as badly, but I think they're sliding down that Brewdog route of dropping the standard of their beers. Their sours used to be outstanding, and a lot of the ones that go into supermarkets are not. I'd imagine if you go direct, they're probably still pretty decent. But yeah, I found Vault City are one of those breweries that they have got quite large. You know, they are a pretty big brewery now. And I have found over the last sort of year or so, maybe even pushing 2 years, I found a bit of quality drop off in Vault City, which is irritating because they are expensive. There's no question about it. They are an expensive brewery. So I don't really buy much of their stuff because of that. However, this little 330 Imperial Stout, I haven't had an Imperial Stout for ages, so good timing. The weather's a bit moody now, it's getting a bit chilly, so good timing. And I like the sound of this. I do like the sound of it. A toffee nut latte. Now, I do love a really good peanut butter stout. I love that kind of roasty, peanutty vibe that you get with a peanut butter stout. Now, I'm not saying this is a peanut butter stout because it isn't, but it does have toffee and latte. So what am I expecting? I'm expecting a nice bit of sweetness at the front, a nice bit of toffee, caramel type vibe. And then I expect that to kind of roll into a little bit of roasty, a little bit nutty, maybe even finish in a little bit kind of creamy. Maybe. That's kind of what I've got in my head. Or maybe toffee cream and then the nut. That would be fine as well. So let's crack on with this one. Let's get it out, get it in the glass. See how she sniffs and looks and tastes. That's what it's all about. Let's crack that in. Looks a bit thin for an Imperial, but there we go. Let's put it in the Vault City glass. But yeah, lovely and dark. Lovely head on there. Look at that, nice head, lovely and tanned. Will it stick around? I don't know, because it is high ABV and the heads do drop off high ABV beers. But it seems to be holding on. Nice tanned, like that. And it pretty much is jet black. It pretty much is jet black. I know the lighting in here will play a part in making it look darker, but it looks good. Yeah, and it is still hanging on to that head. I like that. Let's have a little sniff. Oh, what an aroma. Oh yeah, get the nuts. That peanutty, that nuttiness is fantastic. What a great aroma. I love that nuttiness. And that's what I love about peanut butter stouts, that big booming nuttiness is fantastic. And it delivers that in abundance. It's all nut. Everything about this aroma is roasty nuts. It's lovely. Everyone loves a roasty nut. A little bit of toffee in there. Maybe even a little hint of kind of vanilla sweetness. That smells divine. Absolutely smells divine. Smells Christmas-like as well. It smells like I should be having this after a big Christmas dinner and then chilling in the evening with a nice Imperial Stout. And this would be smells like the one. Oh, it's got a festive can. Blimey, over 4.5 minutes in, we haven't put it in the gob. Let's get on with doing that. Cheers. Oh. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's sweet. Sticky and oily, as an Imperial should be. Oh, it's sweet. It really is sweet. And when I say sweet, it's not toffee sweet. I've just lied. There is a bit of toffee, but you get a big whack of sweetness, a syrupy sweetness that is now eventually turning into a kind of toffee vibe. It definitely is sticky, which is nice. It's pleasant, quite like that. But that initial hit of sweetness, that kind of real wallop, really does remind me of that. It really does. That was outrageously sweet. This is not far behind it. It's very close to that. This has had a massive dump of sugar. Let's go again. It will take you a while to drink it, and that's not a bad thing because it's 11% ABV. But yeah, that initial sweetness is massive. It's too much. It is far too imposing, that sweetness. I can't believe how sticky it is, which is great. Yeah, it's too imposing, that sweetness. It's massive. It is right there in your face, mind-blowingly sweet. And then once you've swallowed it, and you're just leaving your mouth alone and not putting any more of that in, it then does turn into that toffee vibe, which is maybe a good thing, because maybe that'll help you drink this slowly. But this would take me all evening, and by that point the temperature of it is going to rise, which is going to make that sweetness even bigger, which would almost probably make it undrinkable. But now the flavours in my mouth are fairly decent. I'm getting a lovely bit of roasty nut. Really am getting that kind of nutty feel, that nutty vibe that you get from eating nuts. That's really nice. There's a bit of roasty going on now. There's a bit of bitterness going on. But above all, I'm getting that nutty vibe that I kind of enjoy with peanut butter stouts. That is there now. And that's nice. It's a little bit warming, which is nice as well. Right at the kind of back of the throat, just coming down here, you get a nice little gentle warmth, which is good as well. But boy, is it so sweet at the beginning. Like I say, it gives you that massive punch in the face of sweetness. Then it becomes a bit of brown sugar sweetness, and then rolls into the toffee, and then into that nut. Now pretty much all flavours have gone. So let's go again. Let's see if this has calmed down. Now my taste buds have got used to it. Not really. Yeah, that's... and this is the issue I have with Vault City. And they used to be outstanding at stouts. They really did. I know they were predominantly sours, and they kind of ventured into stouts, and they were getting stouts bang on. They haven't got this bang on. They could have. This could be class. This could be absolutely superb if they hadn't just dumped a load of sugar in it. Is what it feels like. They should have reduced that amount. And again, Vault City used to put a nice bit of blurb on the can. Now you just get the Brewdog style of tiny little words that you can't read, means nothing to us, which is worrying. It feels like they're mugging us off. That's how it kind of feels to me. I feel like Vault City are thinking, right, we've grown, we're big enough, we're just going to take the piss a little bit now, because the faithful will still buy it. Like, there's lots of Brewdog faithfuls that will still buy their beers, no matter how bad they are, they will still buy them. Same with Guinness drinkers. You will never get Guinness drinkers off Guinness, no matter how much of a better stout you put in front of them. They just become too faithful and brand loyal. And I think that allows some brewers to take the pee a little bit, and I think that's where Vault City are at. This could have been glorious. This could have been an absolute amazing stout, but they've cut corners. They really have cut corners with it. Because it's there, it's almost there. It's just that sweetness takes the piss. It really does. I don't very often swear on videos, but I do try not to. But I do think that is taking the pee a little bit, because it's got good elements. The stickiness is great. I love that. The body is great. The little warmth at the back is fantastic. That nuttiness is fantastic. There is a little bit of vanilla in there as well, which is really good. But that sweetness at the beginning is just so overpowering. And like I say, if I go and sit back in the house and think, I'll chill with this, the temperature's going to go up, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and it's going to make your teeth feel furry like a warm can of Coca-Cola does. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame. But there you go. I'm all done. See you on another one.